and let me introduce myself. My name is Stephen Tyrone Cuffey. I'm one of the many voices of TBC. I'm one of the ambassadors of goodwill of TBC. Me and Mbe and his wife Dorothy, and so we all was planning on coming to the Philippines around the 1st of April, and we know what the world, what happened. You know, everything stopped. Put time out. We couldn't do nothing. So, but we know that's going to come back, and we will make it over there and back to Africa, like maybe in Ghana or perhaps South Africa, and admin really wants to send us where CBC is strong, and that's what's important. Now, I really hope, Julie, I got it regarding Papua New Guinea. I really got to get back in touch with Michael Elu and see if I can try to get him back on board, because I remember, my friend Randy Wilson, he made it to Papua New Guinea. I remember that. And he also made it to the Philippines. And so we really want to get Papua New Guinea back strong. Y'all already strong, but get you stronger, perhaps. As well as, there are different parts of Africa that's still strong that we haven't, really did any what we call goodwill per se, and that's what we're going to do, because that's part of the admin fee goes towards goodwill, and so we want to do that in different countries. So. But what I had said during the English weekly meeting, I was telling Mbe that, see, Mbe and I, we got enough titles, okay? Okay. We're going to give, regarding this T-shirt thing, for me, I can't speak for Mbe, but for me, I'm not saying I wouldn't participate, but I'm saying I don't want to be one of the, what do you call it, the committee, because I want, Mbe and us we want to allow other people to step up to be the leaders that you already are. Because if we call ourselves TBC admin, then we have to, people got to step forward, and don't be afraid to step forward, to be on that committee. I know, for me personally, I don't necessarily want to be on the committee. I would participate, but not on the committee, because Mbe and I, we already got enough duties. We already got it. I was voted the very first ambassador of goodwill of TBC, and that meant more things than y'all can imagine. And so we want to see people from different countries. For me personally, I would like to see different people from different areas around the world that's on that committee. Not just all from one area, because we want to show TBC, if you really want to get it across to the whole world, we would like to see people from different areas that's actually participating on the committee for this T-shirt. For me, that's the way I see it, because I think you will have a bigger effect if you got different people on the committee from different areas around the world, instead of just one area. And I know that we got a lot of talent in our TBC family. There's a lot of great talent all over the place. Before this thing shut down, oh my God, folks, we got maybe thousands of T-shirt places right here in the U.S., right not far from where I live. But I'm putting on the brakes myself in terms of that committee, because I want to see some other leaders step up to be on that committee. So let's please mute yourself when you come on. Oh, I can mute you. I mute you. Okay. Please mute yourself. But like I said before, the reason why I'm doing this broadcast today is not so much for the T-shirt as it is for, let's talk about what we just voted on, and that is that ended on May 10th. And most people voted for option C. Option C. Now let's get this clarified. Let's get it right. and that's why I asked admin for some questions when I did the broadcasters, the Mastodon broadcasters meeting today. I want to make sure I got it correct. Now, according to the month of May, whether it doesn't matter what happened in January or February or March or April. If you paid, fine. I was one. I can raise my hand. I paid on the 1st every month from January. But that's not as important as this month, because everyone is actually, if you paid in May, great, all good. However, when June 1st come, folks, everybody's on the same, right? And now unless they got the second half, and I'll talk about that. Not unless everybody starts is going to be on Team B, even myself. But I can guarantee you this brother going to have his 2 people, if not more. Okay? Because how can I, as an ambassador, as a leader, not do what's necessary to stay on Team A? And I plan to do just that, at least for me. And I'm sure several other people around the world is going to do the same thing. So make sure, and this is the key thing that I would recommend people be really keen on. And I'm telling you, listen to this closely, because I made this same point with Mbe during the weekly meeting, right after our broadcast meeting. And Mbe he said, Steve, you are exactly correct. He said this. I told him this. I said, when I start something, historically for me, I start 2 weeks out. So you got to already know, what is this? For me, I know in some countries that y'all ahead of me, but here in the U.S. is still May 11th. So about May 13th or 14th, I guarantee you by May 1st, June 1st, I'll have my 2 people already getting ready to pay. You notice what I just said? If not more. Because see, this is how I see it, folks. I don't make it a complex. I don't make it something difficult to say that I can't do. I already coach in my mind to say, I'm going to have my 2 people by any cost. I'm going to have my 2 people ready. And I guess what I said during the broadcast meeting, I said, I even go one step further. When I get my 2 people, let's say they don't have their income right now. Well, I'm already going to prepare for it, because I'm gonna buy enough bulk credit so they don't have an excuse. You see? I'm going to have my income already ready to pay for those 2 people, and more likely they're going to be family members. But I'm already have it for them ready. In fact, yesterday I was talking to my 2 brothers, one in Houston, Texas, and one in California. I was talking to them about. They didn't know the achievements I had made in TBC. But I was so rushed about getting to Africa. I couldn't even tell my 2 brothers I was going until I was already over there. But I'm just saying that sometimes, now the only thing about that type of thing, you want to get with your 2 people. You want to kind of explain to them about what TBC is about. And the fact that we're getting ready to go to, and I knew, see, I've gotten to know admin well, and I knew that he got more on the horizon, more is coming, folks. Particularly with this, particularly when July comes, when we start talking about merchants. And I know some people are already good in getting merchants on the board, like Ace Fletcher and his team. I know they're excellent with that. You know, I follow people like that. I look at their video. I go into that, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So people that's excelling, you want to actually, if they're on YouTube, you want to subscribe to their YouTube channel. But the thing what I'm trying to tell you is this, and try to help you with this. If you coach your mind to prepare for 2 weeks, for two weeks before the first, just like I do with admin fee. I've been doing it since January, and it has not failed yet. It has ran at 100%. I'm ready. It's almost like I'm ready for the first to come, because I'm ready on the 30th or the 31st. Well, guess what, folks? If you do the same exact thing for getting your 2 people ready, don't wait on the 30th or the 31st.
Oui, c'est chargé.
Please stay muted, please. Please, because see, I'm trying to teach y'all. I'm trying to show y'all something. You know, when MBA and I do broadcast, stay muted, because we're trying to teach you something that works. It works, folks. See, we got a thing as people. We got to, and no one has to answer this, because I know it exists. We as people have a habit of waiting, and waiting for the last minute. And guess what happens when that happens? Who fails first? You do. But in order to overcome failure, you prepare before it happens. So what I highly recommend for the people that's here today is start to develop a mindset of starting things or preparing for things before it happens. Okay? Particularly something that you know, and if you're going, if have y'all may not see me. That's my mom phone. Y'all may not see me doing 3 o'clock in the morning when we doing the admin meeting, but guess what? I'm laying on my bed listening to everything everyone is saying and everything that's happening. I see you, but you don't see me. You may see my name up there. So what I'm saying to you, and sometimes I may show my face, but what I'm saying to you is this. What's important is you do not wait. You do not wait to the last minute for something to happen, particularly when you've already been told what's going to happen. Evan has already told us what's going to happen first. Let me just mute this person, okay? So what I need you to do, if you are already, and I know a lot of us here have already paid in May, okay? What's important, if you prepare at least 2 weeks out, getting your 2 people ready, and let's say, for an example, those 2 people that you have gotten ready do not have their admin fee on the first. And if you want to benefit, this is another thing, if you want to benefit from the rotator, because the software is going to be such that on the first, it's going to count those that got those 2 people showing paid. That's why I questioned admin during our broadcast meeting. I wanted to make sure I was clear about that, and I got it. So I'm letting you know now. Excuse me, I got this cough, guys and ladies. Excuse me. But like I said before, just make sure, please, don't wait till the 31st, the 30th of the 31st to have your 2 people ready. If you want to benefit from the rotator, each one of us, have your 2 people. If they already got their 8 grains of gold, which is between, in US dollars, between $25 to $28. And right now, and I mentioned something about that when I'm finished, because there's something big in Bitcoin about to happen in about another 35 minutes. It's called a halving. And I'm not going to do a training on that, but I know what it's all about right now. But I'm just saying, I don't know what's going to happen to Bitcoin price in the next 24 hours. But we're not concerned about that, as we need to be concerned about the 8 grains of gold, because you can, of course, you can purchase it in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and you can also use by bulk credit. I love bulk credit because once you buy your Bitcoin or buy your Litecoin or buy your Ethereum, no matter what the price is after you bought it, the Bitcoin is already, the credit is there now. Today, we found out the tech support, sometime admin didn't even know it his time. They're doing some maintenance on the Bitcoin bulk credit. Okay, but don't stop buying it just the same, because the software, once it comes up, everything should be accurate. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, I'm gonna use myself as an example so you'll know what I mean. Actually, this Wednesday, to be exact, for me, which is the 13th, which is about half of this month, a few days before the half. See, that's just the way my mind works. I'm always doing something 2 weeks or a little bit better. And that's why it's so easy for me to pay my admin fee on the first. For Merlin and I, our admin fee is paid. So what I'm saying, when it first comes, it's not an issue whether I got 8 grains of gold or not. I don't care if I have to, something I would have bought during that month, I ask myself, do I really need it? You see? Now, food, we all know we need to survive. We know that. But do I need some more headphones? When I got about 5 pair. In fact, I gave Brother Mbe a fair pair when I was over there. See, these things come easy in my country. Gosh, I could probably pay $5 for a pair. If not, oh, no, better yet, better than $1. You go to the dollar store. We got a Dollar Tree stores, 3 different types. So what I'm saying to you is, see, what admin was trying to say to us is that, and I've said this in about 3 broadcasts, is that admin fees, sooner or later, has to be like an afterthought. Like it's something that shouldn't even have to be even, what's the word I'm trying to use? Thought, it shouldn't even be, how can I say it? It shouldn't be an issue for people on the mass adopted team that calls themselves what? TBC admin. If you're going to be a TBC admin and you're going to be a team A and benefit from that rotator, because this time next year, folks, that rotator going to be massive. And you want to be on team A at all costs. An admin is not going to leave you out in the dark. He wouldn't do such a thing. I know that to be true. So what I'm saying to you is, take every month from this point on, and when you know you have a certain requirement at the first of the month, don't wait till the 28th, 29th, or 30th. Be thinking, after you've already completed your first, your part, what you had to do for that month, be thinking already for next month. I tell you, it works. That's what I do. That's what Mbe do. We were sitting on the terrace and the hotel was in camera. And we came by and we talked about that. He said, darn, Steve, that's the way it has to be. You got to do things. I just used the rule of thumb 2 weeks out before the first. And I haven't missed paying on the first yet. And I won't ever. See, I look at the admin fee as an afterthought back in February. I'd already planned for it. knowing that the requirement, I knew the requirement was going to go up. The ante, as we use in the United States, we say the ante goes up. Okay. But guess what? In the next few months, like Edmund said in the training, October, November, and December, you know, Christmas should be very nice for a lot of people this year. That's on the admin, that's on at Team A. If I don't know, no, I know people celebrate Christmas different times of the year. I know that exists in the world, but here in America, December is our month. Well, I just want to see everyone benefit from this great thing that's about to happen to a lot of people. I want to see all of us feel abundance. But just do what Mbe and myself and Ace and a few other leaders do. They don't wait to the last minute. How do you think they went? How do you think they are always on the Bitcoin bounties contest and always winning? Now they have a Bergdorf system that works, and TBC admin can train you about that. That's where they got it from, TBC admin. So what I'm saying to you is this: plan 2 weeks out. Don't wait to the last minute to have your 2 people ready on the first. If you want to be one of the first that benefit from the rotator on June 1st. And be thinking 1 month ahead. See, admin has already said, admin's mind is already want to go forward. And he's slowing up because of us. He's slowing up because of us. It's not him, it's us. And the only way that we can come up to speed is do what Brother KK said in the weekly meeting. And that is listen to everything he says. Because I'm telling you people here today, that man has been coached by some of the best in the, not just in the United States, but the world. And he doesn't even got to tell me that. I know it to be true. See, I was trained about pinpointing certain things that people say and do. And I listened to admin when I first met him. I listened to the things he was saying and how he said it. And that told me, I said, something is special about this person. Mbe seen it, Ace has seen it, and I see it. And if you do exactly what he says in the next few months, if I wasn't so sure about what I'm about to say now to you all, I wouldn't even say it. I'm so keen about what could happen to so many people's lives on this Master Doctor team. I'm so keen on it. I really believe a lot of you just even here today is going to benefit tremendously. When y'all think, if you just think where you are right now in your lives right now, and where you're going to be 1 year from now, a lot of you lives going to change forever. It's going to literally change forever. Now, a lot of you, I don't know if y'all hear it, admins. I'm gonna just say this last part. I don't know if y'all hear admin that day. It was about a month ago. He told us how he became a multimillionaire. Way before TBC, it was even a thought process. And I'm telling you, some of y'all heard that. And I'm gonna say to you in this, He wants us all to feel the same kind of abundance. Please stay muted, please. He wants us to feel the same. See, what you got to remember, folks, when a host is doing a broadcast, you got to listen. We got to learn to listen better. Okay, when you come on, mute yourself. See, we had this issue when we started the daily trainings. Admin had all kinds of people popping in and talking and whatever. So I know a lot of you using your phones, but folks, I know how to mute myself on the Zoom on the phone before y'all can even hear me or see me. It can be done on any phone, cell phone today. I know it exists on Zoom. Because I got Zoom on every platform I have here. And I know exactly how to use it. But what admin is going to have my next morning, some of y'all are already there, but at least my time is 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm listening and at the training. I listen very closely to what people questions are and how admin answers them. And I listened last night, my early morning, and it was one person asked a good question. He always seemed to answer things the right way, or maybe I haven't seen a situation where he can't be able to answer a question. So what I'm saying to you is, what I was saying for those that came in later, MB agreed with me in a weekly meeting that when I said, start 2 weeks out, don't wait till the last minute. Because what happens is, you won't have your 2 people ready on June 1st. And then you're going to be trying to talk to someone on June 1st, and you're going to already have paid your admin fee, but you're still going to be on Team B when the software is going to recognize those 2 people paid. But I already said to myself, my 2 people, even if they don't have the money, I'm going to have it for them. At least that first month. Because I'm preparing for it. These are things I prepare for. So it won't be any excuses for those 2 people paying. They're going to know exactly what's expected of them. If you're a great leader, you teach your people the right way. It doesn't make sense, and Ab agreed with me, it doesn't make sense having 1 million people and they're not trained. I think I love brother Ace and his team. That young group of Filipinos, they are dynamite. They're always working, always focused. And that's how people have to be on this mass adopted team, particularly those ones on Team A. Because admin is ready to roll. We got an expression in the United States that we use. It's called rock and roll. Admin is ready to rock and roll, folks. Essentially, we have slowed him down. He's ready to already start in the second half of the year. And we haven't really gotten to that first half of the year done. But he also understands that we are what? Students right now. A lot of people are students. So this is how you got to explain it to your team. Become a student. And what I've always said to become a student of our TBC blog. I've said that for 500 or more broadcasts. In fact, what? I'd be at 600 and what? Pretty soon, right? And admin always want us to have a special one when we hit that 100th. So I hope to have even more people here. Most of the time I have a big group on the 500, the 600, whatever. But take this with you when you leave today. Plan at least 2 weeks out for at least the things that admin is having you to do or planning to do. He's gonna listen to you. He may even tell you these things in his training. You can't wait for the last minute. Knowing once you know what the requirement is, you can't wait for that last minute. You got to be thinking. See, for me, I'm already thinking about merchants. Even here in the United States, we got a lot of them. But of course, things are starting to open up. The governors in each state are starting slowly in phases. So a lot has to do with we're going to see what our government do here. I don't know how it's going to be, but Admin said about merchants that we're concerned about quantity instead of quality first. Meaning you don't have to have necessarily a license, just get them in, and they're going to come in free initially. So just be thinking that way. Have your mindset focused. Keep coming to the trainings every day. But for this month, if you know anyone that's on a Master team that hasn't paid, get them to pay it this month before it ends. Even if you pay on the 30th day. See, the 31st this month doesn't count. But the first due. Everybody's on Team B on June 1st. But you can bet, I'm speaking for myself only, you can bet I'm gonna have my 2 people ready. Even whether they have the money or not. That's how my mind works, folks. I know everybody don't have it. Everybody say, well, I'm not saying like I got it like that, but I prepare. I don't ever speak lack in my world. I don't say I don't have. I'm saying it for you all, but I don't say that to myself. I say I have, I will, I can, I will do. I speak those words into my world, into existence, as they are. When you speak, I don't have it, I can't do it, I won't do, I can't. You know what happens? You speak it into existence, and you become what it is. Those things right in our Holy Bible, folks. So prepare for June 1st, starting. I'll say for you all that hasn't prepared, and I don't know who you are, start on the 15th. That's 2 weeks out. May 15th, you got 4 more days. Well, for me, 4 more days. So for some of you, a little bit shorter than that. Y'all ahead of me in time. But for me, guess what? I'm already starting. I'm not waiting till then. I'm not going to wait till the 15th. See, that's how MBA's ambassadors, how we roll, how we think. And if everybody do that same way, you'll make it so much easier. When admin says, we're going to have these many people, these many, and this thing, this, whatever happens. And then guess what's going to balloon? The rotator going to go up, 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 up. Because everybody on Team A is doing the same thing. See, the one thing that never lies is numbers, addition, math usually doesn't lie. And admin is a good mathematician. He's a great mathematician. He's already done the math. That's why in his mind, he wants everybody to just keep let's go, let's go, let's go. He wants so bad for you all to feel abundance. And no one can tell me, because I was there in Africa. I know, I saw it, I felt it. What y'all feel every day, I felt it. In some of the most poorest areas in Lagos. I saw it as we drove all around, I could feel it. What I love about people there is that no matter all the hardship you go through, you still keep on keeping on. And I love every one of you all in Africa, because no matter what you're going through, all of y'all still are hanging in there. Y'all improvising, you're great, you got great minds, great minds. You know, if I took every person from the continent of Africa right now and brought them from the United States, I would put my own money on that. Y'all were all probably millionaires. You know why? You know why? Because y'all got it on here already. Y'all know how to improvise. See, in my country, we got so much people have a tendency to become lazy. I have a brother, and I got there's a guy in college right in Maryland right now from Cameroon. And I said, I know you're going to go back to your country sometime. He said, no, I don't plan, because I plan to be a surgeon. When him and I talked about what surgeons make here in my country, $500,000 a year, he said, what? I said, mm-hmm. But never abandon your country. No, I don't care how much money you make. Because you never forget where your roots were. You know, I think about Merlene right here today listening. And look how much she's achieved here in America. And she didn't have all what she have now, back when she was what she started from, what she grew from. We go ready to do some goodwill and in Philippines on Wednesday. I don't know whether she can talk or not, but you know, she know what I'm talking about. So we get ready to do something big for goodwill. See, no matter what the world is doing, that's not stopping us. We still feeding people hungry in her country. I spend my own money. I'll spend my own money to send it over there to help people in her country. I say I can still perform my duties as an ambassador of goodwill, even during this thing that people call a pandemic. It doesn't stop me. Because I know every time I do something like that, God blesses me more. And so what I'm trying to instill upon you all today, a blessing, to show you exactly how to get ahead. Plan 2 weeks out if you want to go when it's time it comes, you want to go 2 weeks out. Plan 2 weeks ahead before your date comes. Get that type of mentality as we continue to go through our months ahead. You'll make things much easier for yourself. Okay? I thank all of you that's here today. And I'm so happy about one particular person that's here today. And I think he knows who I'm talking about. Because as he listens to me, I listen to him. And that's our Pastor Isaac Nelson. How you doing, Pastor? He doesn't have his audio on, I see. But that's okay. I know he's there. He's a great broadcaster. And I look at Brother Emmanuel. What I love about Brother Emmanuel, he's an excellent listener. And he's probably, if I know that brother, he's probably have taken some notes. Am I right about that, Emmanuel?
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, we thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a privilege to always listen to you, Mr. Stephen. You have been a blessing to us. I can tell you, like I said, about 4 or 5 Botswanas listening to you now. We are listening to you from Botswana, and we love you. The way you articulate your point, we really appreciate so much. And like you said, I'm taking note of everything that you are saying. And you've made a really good point that I want to stress on it. You are working towards the June with 2 weeks in mind. And that is how a leader should think. In fact, to me, or from my side, ever since this admin came on board, admin fee came, I made sure that, especially the 30 coins, I made sure I get my 30 coins. I pay on the first. I never pay on the second. I always make sure I pay on the first. And I encourage my team to always make sure they pay on the first. Now, when you pay on the first, you get 2 benefits. First of all, you get the 30 coins for yourself. Somebody will say 30 coins is enough. I tell them, it depends on where you want to go. It depends on your vision. If you really want to go for and do great things for your nation, for your people, 30 coins is even too small. Secondly, if you are able to get 2 people who will pay the admin fee in June, which is on the first with you, what happens is that every month you break even. You don't even pay again from your pocket, because those 2 people give you 1 admin credit that you can activate for your account. So I will encourage people who are listening maybe for the first time or who want to know more that, listen, apart from you getting half as a Bitcoin bounty, that you only need 2 people to break even. 2 people, just 2. So make sure that you start working now. Our leader is saying at least 2 weeks. You start working now. Talk to people. Listen to me. Don't assume that anybody you talk to will just listen to you or follow you. No. I'm telling you from my experience, most of the time, people who are so close, especially our family members, they are the most difficult people to win them to this, TBC or whatever method that we are doing. So go all out. Don't limit yourself to friends or family. Anybody. You'll be surprised that the people that you really don't, assume that they will come on board. They will be the one that will buy into the idea. And I can assure everyone, TBC is big. TBC is big. Anybody that will lose this opportunity, my God, a time we're going to come, your children will ask you, where were you when people were buying TBC? Cheap, 30 coins, $25, $20. So please, I just want to encourage everybody, let us go out and start talking to people. Get your 2 people, activate for the month of June. You are good to go. You can get more than that. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Do you know right now, folks, this is the best. I haven't seen the best time now. With everybody shut down in their homes, people not earning income, and now all of a sudden you can show just 2 people how to make some income. And when they pay their admin fee, they just pay for yours.
They pay for us. Yeah.
They just pay. Am I right? Halima know what I'm talking about, because they do it all the time in the Philippines.
Absolutely.
2 means yours is paid.
Yeah.
Because it's half of theirs. If it's 25 US dollars, 1250 come from one, 1250 come from the other.
Absolutely.
See, we want to think of us as a lot of people, but see, focus on the first 2.
The first 2.
The first 2. But do it. Start focusing on it now for June 1st. Don't wait till June 1st. That's what I'm saying. You wait to June 1st, you make it harder for yourself. I'm telling you, folks, there are people sitting right home right now that need TBC. Did you hear what I just said? That need TBC, the billion coin, and they don't even know it exists. So I gotta, when I think of people like Pastor Nelson, see, pastors, they run a church. And they start with just small numbers first. And next thing you know, they got a big congregation. Just think too, that's all admin asks you to do. That's all the software will have you to do. See, each month they upgrade, the tech support upgrade the software to add on another requirement. See, the software gonna already know. So the training that the training note that I have for everyone today is start working at least 2 weeks out, if not before. 2 weeks out, if not before. See, for me, I put myself on even more because I'm thinking already July. I already got my 2 people for June. And they don't even know it yet. Did you hear what I just stated? They don't even know it yet. Because I've already spoken into existence. I've already thought the process. I don't have I can't do in my mind. And that's the type of mindset you got to coach your mind to be like. No is not an option. Did you hear what I just said? No is not an option. If y'all want to make thousands of dollars in Bitcoin and be sitting pretty, even for the end of this year, because I know $1,000 in Bitcoin is a pretty good amount of Naira and Sifa and Cameron and pesos in Philippines. See, I experienced y'all currency when I was there. I've talked to people about it as compared to our dollars. Any hardship financially you're experiencing now is going to slowly, slowly, slowly erase. And then you're going to start building abundance. Your bank account is going to get larger and larger in your Bitcoin wallet. You know, if you go in your currency, now your country have ways they can tax you. I've already got, they don't even know what I'm doing here in the United States. See, I'm already ahead of them. I'm head of our government, my mindset. I've learned, I talked to Merlene and I was talking about this earlier. I found out what the wealthy people do in the United States. I found out what they do, how they avoid their taxes. I know what they're doing. And it's all legal. I mean, well, I say some of them are, put it that way. So all I'm saying to you, be planning, plan, and coach your people to do the same. See, I'm big. I told admin and everybody know I'm big on this. I'm big on the mindsets of our TBCians. You got to open your mind up and you got to be willing to accept coaching. I just have this attitude that no matter what, at all costs, we're going to be at 1 billion members. At all costs, we're going to be making 6 figures in Bitcoin next year, this time. At all costs. See, this is the way NBA in our mind works. We sit out and camera on the terrace talking about it. At all costs. We don't say, no, it's not going to happen. That's self-defeating. No. That's not the way to think if you want abundance in this world. I want to see so many people in Nigeria, whatever country you are, Somalia, wherever you are in the continent of Africa. I want to see so many of you all and people in Philippines and all of you to see so much abundance that you can't even. I want God to bless you so much that you won't have room enough to receive it. And that is what God been wanting for us for since we were born, folks. We got to stop thinking a lack of a mindset. Lack. That's created by man. Abundance. Speak about that in the Holy Bible. Lack is created by man. It's artificial. Where did you see that at? I think it's April 6th, April 8th, first blog post. See, I'm a student of the blog, folks. People out here, people say, I don't know how to buy a bulk payment. Go to blog.thebeancoin.info and put in the search bar bulk payment. The public blog, that is. And watch MBay tells you exactly step by step how to do it. I didn't even have to go to his YouTube channel. He was already on our blog. Because when you buy a bulk payment, once you purchase it, it doesn't go up or down once it becomes a credit. So when it first comes, bing, boom, pay your back office, boom. Then coach your people, your two, to do the exact same thing you just did. 1, 2, done for June. And then be thinking after it's all done, you see your rotation increase. Then now it's time to be thinking July. Don't wait till the 15th. Just be thinking, just be planning for it. If you do that every month, by the time the month comes, it's going to be so easy. If everybody don't do this on the Master Doctor team and they perform like this, it's going to be so easy for you to earn. Did you hear what I just said? It's going to be easier for you to earn Bitcoin. Now, before I end, for those that know anything about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is called a Bitcoin halving, Halving. The last time this happened in 2016. Those that know anything about Bitcoin that happened in 2017, it was incredible. They made more millionaires in Bitcoin in 2017 than I've ever seen in my life. Will it happen again? We only time would know in 12, 18 months. But we know that in Bitcoin, only 21 million will be ever mined. This quote, whoever that person is that created Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, 21 million Bitcoins. And we know half of it has already been done. But we want Bitcoin to last until we all become who we really are, billionaires and millionaires in TBC. Having said, you want to act like one, you want to talk like one, you want to be. If you're a millionaire or billionaire, you got to function like that. And see, what I happen to know, that many of us in TBC are not there yet. You know what I know, folks? I can tell by the expressions on people's face during my broadcast. I know you want to be there, but some of you are not there yet. And I'm not saying like I'm all the way there yet either. Trust me, I'm not saying I'm there yet either. But, you know, my mindset is so forward thinking. Berlin knows this about me. Our minds go forward. We know what happened in the past, but our mind goes forward. And so that's exactly what each and every one of you have to be thinking, forward. Because I want everyone that's here today, every single one that's here today, to benefit tremendously by this rotator. Otherwise, admin would have never created it. for you. Admin, one of the main reasons admin wants you to feel what he has already felt for years. He wants each one of you. That's why he's making himself known to so many people. And then when y'all get to know him and we all get to see him for the first time, then you're going to even appreciate him more. So encourage your people, and people starting to come back, by the way, to the training. You get them to the training, they'll learn, they'll get their questions answered during that part of the training. Get there early. You know, I'm gonna tell you a little thing that I do. I always go to sleep, and then I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I set my phone to wake me up if I don't wake myself up. And I log into Facebook, and I see, I don't care who it is, they've already posted the training. And I just wait till they let me come in. I could do all my broadcasts that way, but I just make it easy for y'all to, when y'all get the link, just there. But they have to do it that way for a reason. We had to train people to get to where we are today in the training. And I like the way how people are obedient, and people are really handling themselves really professional in our training. I'm really pleased about what I see. And that's how you got to train your people. If you got a team, you got to train them. If you're performing the way you should be performing, train them to do the same thing you do. That you do. Because my brothers and sisters in the Philippines, that's what they do. That's what they do. Mbe, I met his team, which are mostly, they speak French and English. Sammy and Frank. I got to meet those brothers. Good people. We are all good here. I think of Mr. Michael in Ghana. I can't wait to meet Mr. Michael in person. Great leader in Ghana. By the way, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting a notice out for everybody right now. I can tell you right now, one person I know I'm voting for the committee, and that's Mr. Michael. I hope Mr. Michael heard that. That's right. You got one ambassador voting for you. Just letting you know that.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
You're
Stephen.
gonna have my vote already. I want you to know that already.
Thank you.
You know, I like to see somebody from, and I know if I know Halima, I know if Halima and Noli in that group, I know somebody over there in Philippines. I'm praying one of them be on the committee too. You know, because I want my, you know, my wife's, you know, Merlene. I'm gonna tell you something about her. She loves her people so much in the Philippines. You know, if y'all only know the kind of things we're doing for some of the people over there right now, you shake your head. They had a tough time of doing this shutdown. I believe and I let you all know, we're buying like 400 chickens this week. That's just one of the items. 400 chickens people gonna have. One per household. And that's just one item.
If you vote, the wife also will vote.
See, folks, we don't play when it's time. When people are suffering, we don't play. I give people my last $10 that's homeless on here in the street. Because every time I do that, something big happens for me. It hasn't failed. I know that's nothing but our awesome God. I know that's what it is. So admin fee is like an afterthought for me. I don't even think about that anymore. I just do it. On the first. I've never gotten less than 30 TBC coins since they started. That's exactly what you all need to be thinking like. See, if you prepare yourself, then whatever admin dish out for you becomes a little bit handleable. You can handle it better. Instead of thinking in your mind, can I do it or cannot do it? Those kind of thoughts don't happen with me. I don't do that. And that's how I'm giving you some of the keys today, folks. I'm so glad to see people here today. I'm giving you some keys for success. Don't think I cannot do. Think I will do. Coach your own mind to be thinking that way. We can do it to ourselves. I will be successful. I will feel abundance. I will help other people get feel abundance. I will. Don't say I can't, because you then spoke that into existence. That's one reason why I know that's part of the reasons I'm healthy as I am at my age. I will be healthy. I will not get one of those diseases. I will not this and will not that. I may get a little cold or a cough, or that's part of life. Flu? Are you joking? I don't even think those kind of things. And they was talking about, I got a quarantine when I come back from Africa. Are they joking? And I stayed in a hotel for 29 days. I quarantined my damn self. Excuse my expression. I did it before they even had it started being big in Africa with this thing. I quarantined myself and then had to wear gloves and a mask all the way to the airport, the capital of Cameroon, across the Atlantic Ocean for 9.5 hours, and never took it off till I was in Washington, D.C. in my hotel. Then I flew home the next morning. I flew home on my birthday. Yes, I did. I wasn't worried, not one bit. The people are excellent in Cameroon. Excellent. And in Nigeria. I miss my brothers and sisters over there already. They're great people. Great people. So I've talked enough. And Mr. Emmanuel, Lehman said a few words. I want to say, anybody want to say anything before we end today? Anybody else before we end today? Halima, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, because of your motivation, now I decided that I will participate the committee. So can you promise me your vote? Anybody here? I will participate but in the committee. Win or lose, then I will participate for the because so that I will completely help for the TBC community. That's why I decided to nominate myself. So I will.
Right, you will.
What we say that I will.
Mm-hmm.
So I am campaigning myself now.
What I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna mute everybody, and this is what I want everyone to say. I will. I will.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Everybody unmute themselves. Let me see. I'm gonna unmute everybody.
I will.
I will.
I will. I will. I will.
I will. I will. I will.
I
I
will.
will.
I will.
I will.
I will. I will.
I will.
I will.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Okay.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
Okay. And now I'm going to mute everybody. And this is what. Okay. Now listen closely. what you just did, you just prepare yourself for the second half of the year. Because this is the kind of thing you should be saying when you get up in the morning. I will. See, I speak affirmations, folks, to myself. When I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I will do this. I will bless someone. I will. You know, I'm always speaking positive things into existence. And then you speak it in your subconscious, it becomes a part of you. And no matter what negativism around me in my world is shut down on, folks, don't you know, they can't change what's in here. They will try, but they can't change what's in your brain, because guess who put it there when you was born? God did. That committee of 300, or whoever they call themselves, they are not God. They are not our awesome God, folks. When you was in your mother's womb, God put him there between man and woman, put that person there and created you. We are the most, what's the word I'm trying to use? There's nothing on earth more important than a human. You hear what I just said? There is nothing on this earth more important than a human. Not any other animal, a human. Always remember that. Always remember that, folks. You come first before everything else. You know how we were all created, right? Look at the beginning of the Bible. Read the Bible, the very beginning. It didn't say all this created. You talk about heaven and earth and all these things, but on earth there was man and then what? Woman. So I really enjoyed this broadcast, folks. We didn't intend to be as long, but it was still. We talked about a few things about teaching, about what you should be doing before the first come, and just know that I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna summarize that. No, everyone is on Team B on June 1st. The software see you as that. But if you do what I asked you to do today and prepare, then a lot of us here are going to have our 2 people ready by the 1st. You're going to be in contact with them every step of the way. If you got your 2 people ready and you help them get their income and whatever they need for that 8 grains of gold, and then all 3 of y'all pay on the 1st. And guess what's going to happen? The rotator is going to see you and your 2 people. I'm giving you a way to get paid first. You get your 30 coins because you paid your admin fee, and then you got your 2 people, and now you just made more Bitcoin in the rotating, because you know you got to get a certain amount in order for you can actually get paid it. And when you get paid all of it, because everybody got maybe like $2 or $3 in Bitcoin, but it's just beginning. It'll get larger and larger. I can't wait till we start bringing merchants on. It's gonna really get big. It's gonna really get big. See, think about how many people that wasn't here to hear what I had to say today. Y'all did excellent today when I opened up and said I will. That was excellent. Y'all are on the ball. Excellent. And guess when you said I will, God heard every one of y'all. Even if you don't have your 2 people yet, you know that you can and know that you will. But don't wait. Start now. Start now. And tell your people to start now. Don't wait till the end of the month. See, that's the problem that a lot of us have, waiting and then can't pay your admin fee on the first. You can't do this, you can't do that because you waited. The people who won the Bitcoin contest, they're already prepared for next week already. That's how they're winning. Ace and his team, they're already working. And Ben, his bird dogs are already working. So get your two, whether they family members, whether they're not. Because it's too many people locked in their homes and need income. It's too many of them. We got 30 to 40 million people out of work in the United States. That's a lot of people, folks. Losing billions per day. You heard what the B? Business is billions a day. I hope that never happened to your country. A lot of the countries wouldn't be a country if they went through what the United States is dealing with right now, because y'all don't have the income that this country has. Your government would be no more. Because what's going, like Admin just said today in training, whatever this country do, everybody follows behind, follows suits. Usually that's how it's been. Even Russia, even people like Germany. So our governors, let me just say this, then we're gonna go. Our governors are starting to open up certain states on a first phase. You know, folks, you can't lock somebody down forever. Can't do that. It doesn't fly in our country, not what we made of. And I imagine it doesn't fly in yours either. So keep coming to the training, keep focusing on what Admin is saying to us, and let's start to feel abundance month by month by month. And then this time next year, we're gonna all be smiling. And then you're gonna find all these millions of people coming into TBC because they're gonna say, wow, I shouldn't have waited. I shouldn't have waited. I should have listened to you. You're gonna see a lot of our leaders coming back that you don't see hardly no more. But they've never seen so much Bitcoin in their life with the kind of Bitcoin that we are receiving. So let's see what happens. Because I can feel what's about to happen. I want y'all to be prepared for it. This gotta be right. Your mind gotta be right. Okay? So thank you all for coming today. Thank you for this broadcast. Thank you for everyone here. I will be back for my 592nd tomorrow. I gotta look at the date is for my 600th one because I want to prepare for getting the word out. I want to have 100 or more people there that day. There's a very strong possibility I have TBC admin there that day. And Brother Mbe, who would not be surprised. People will want to get out of their bed to be at that broadcast. I'm telling you. So you don't want to miss the 600th one. No one has ever achieved that in TBC yet. Okay? So thank you all for being here. For whatever time that you came to see this broadcast, thank you all, because I know y'all, some people got out of bed, some people it's getting very late in your country. And I always say, if I can get up 3 o'clock in the morning every day for training, then it should be no excuse for anybody else that's on this Master Stop team. Because I believe me and Abin did 12-hour training when I was in Canada. And we still got the record, I think. when we started that, when he first started coming out in the open with people, it was 12 hours we were going at it. So remember, 2 weeks out, at least 2 weeks out, and I will. 2 weeks out, I will. 2 weeks out, I will. Just keep speaking those type of things and watch things start to change for you in TBC. And like I said, brother Michael, you got my vote. He's perfect for that. To me, he's one that, and Mr. Augustine is another one in Africa. Two people that I think a lot of. I think both of them are great for that committee. But I like to see some people from the Philippines too, you know, that I know is working real hard, you know. So, and perhaps some people from the Bangladesh community. They got leaders in the Bangladesh community that's consistent, particularly as major broadcasters. People like, I think of people like Mr. Simone. He's in Italy, but he's from the Bangladesh community. Great leader. Do you think as much trouble as Italy had with this lockdown, did that stop them from doing broadcasts? He's right behind me. He's the second highest broadcaster in numbers. And then stop them not one day. So I'm letting you know, he doesn't make excuses. He know what I'm saying is true. He believe in I will. So thank you all for being here, and I hope to see y'all back tomorrow. So thank you all. Bye-bye, everybody.